What to do, what to do, what to do.
Are you quite all right, sir?
Yes, I'm fine. I just can't figure out what to blog for my 900th episode. And ever since Joshua 20-307 and Sockadjust suggested it last week, I mainly have to focus on blogging animated features for a while. But what could be special enough for a centennial? I mean, my last centennial episodes were the Iron Giant, Tarzan, The Thief and the Cobbler, the 2003 Haunted Mansion movie, Princess Emmy, The Phantom Tollbooth, the Disney Plus Black Beauty film from 2020, and of course, Disney's Sleeping Beauty.
Sir, I think I might have an idea for you. Have you ever considered blogging a pilot for something horse-related?
Well, that does seem like a pretty good idea, but are you suggesting me to look at the two-parter Friendship is Magic pilot?
Not exactly. The pilot I'm recommending for you to blog is a CGI pilot about unicorns, which was streamed to Netflix about 2 years ago.
Consider my interest piqued. Cue the logo. Hey everybody, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to episode 900 of Mustang Prince Orro Reports. You know, there were a few episodes on my blog show where I looked at an animated TV pilot. Pilots that failed to become its own show, like the Groovenians. Underrated pilots that still didn't become a series, like PJ Sparkles. Pilots that succeeded on television, like Sophia the First, Once Upon a Princess. And independent hits on YouTube, which became a stream series like Has Been Hotel. Anyway, let's talk about Unicorn Academy. Created by Michelle and Robert Lemeray and based on a series of children's books by Julie Sykes and Linda Chapman, the series follows Sophia Mendoza and the rest of the freshman class who attend a boarding school located on Unicorn Island where they learn to bond with their unicorns and unlock their magical powers. Only then will these students learn to become revered protectors of the island and its magic, all while balancing classwork, navigating friendships and rivalries, and dealing with the trials and tribulations of typical teenage life. Now, to be quite honest, while I have heard of the series due to several toys and books being sold at Target and Barnes & Nobles, I haven't been able to watch it yet. Mainly due to me being very busy and all. But judging by a few clips that I've seen on YouTube and on Facebook, it looks like a promising series. Plus, I think the animation is very beautiful, and I like that it features unicorns, which is one of several wonderful creatures that are horse-related. Anyway, for my 900th episode, I'm going to share my thoughts on the pilot where the Unicorn Academy series began. So, released to Netflix on November 2nd, 2023, the special is Unicorn Academy. So, let's get started. The pilot introduces Sophia Mendoza, a 14-year-old teenage girl from California who receives an invitation to attend the magical Unicorn Academy on Unicorn Island. There, she's assigned to the Sapphire dorm and is paired with a unicorn named Wildstar. During her first week at the academy, Sophia struggles with teamwork while trying to bond with her unicorn. But when an ancient dark force threatens to destroy Unicorn Island using grim magic, Sophia and her 5 schoolmates must rise up and work together to protect their beloved magical academy. So, my thoughts? Well, I gotta say, Wowie zowie, this pilot was absolutely magical. And I love it. Okay. And to further explain why, let's move on to Mustang notes. Like the rest of the show, the pilot was co-produced by Spin Master Entertainment and Mainframe Studios. It premiered on Netflix on November 2nd, 2023. Later, the series was renewed for a second season, which was released on June 27th, 2024. The third season was released on April 9th, 2025, and the fourth season will be released on November 13th, 2025, as part of Netflix's Christmas lineup. Also to note, the series made its linear premiere on Nickelodeon on July 6, 2025. Now, what are my thoughts on the animation? Well, in my opinion, the CGI animation is really amazing, and I think Unicorn Academy has got to be the most magical school I've ever seen. Well, next to Althea College for fairies, or even Endor College for witches. Also, while we don't see the classrooms in this pilot, I think the Sapphire dorm, where our main characters stay, is really amazing. And I like the fact that each bedroom matches each student's personality. Also, I think Wonderwood Forest, where the new students find and pair up with their unicorns with some help from the Fate Fairies, is very breathtaking. And after a student is partnered up with their unicorns, they go through the Enchanted Archway, where the Fate Fairies announce new rider and unicorn pairings and grant the students their riding clothes. Plus, I think the unicorn stables, where the unicorns are cared for externally by being watered, fed, combed, washed, and so on, is very enchanting. As for the story, well, I like that both the pilot and the series focuses on several key morals and positive values, like the power of friendship and teamwork, believing in yourself, empathy and kindness, responsibility, resilience and perseverance, and courage and bravery. To me, these themes are woven into the plot and character development, which provides young viewers with positive examples and encouraging lessons about personal growth and social interaction. And now, let's talk about the pilot's two songs. First is There's a Light, sung by Sophia. What I like about this song is that it serves as a key song in Sophia's journey, and that it highlights Sophia's innate belief in something more, and that it foreshadows her role as a protector of Unicorn Island. The last song in the pilot is the villain song, When I Break Free, sung by the evil Ravenzella. To me, this song has got to be one of the nastiest villain songs I've ever heard, and I like how it describes Ravenzella's intentions to bring out bad magic and destroy the Academy once she is freed from the Cell of Eternity. And now, let's talk about the pilot's characters and voice actors. Our main character, Sophia Mendoza, is voiced by Sarah Garcia, whom was Dahlia in Generation 5 of My Little Pony. Sophia is a teenage girl from California who is invited to the magical Unicorn Academy, where she bonds with the unicorn named Wildstar and unlocks a secret behind her father's disappearance. In my eyes, while she is a gifted writer, Sophia is pretty stubborn, and she isn't afraid to break rules in order to uncover the truth. Plus, having been a loner ever since her father disappeared, she initially struggles with relying on others, but learns to trust her friends. Also, while it was a tough road for her, I think Sophia's bond with Wildstar is very special, due to the fact that he was previously partnered with her father Miles, and I think his light magic is very powerful. Next up is her first new friend, Ava Banji, voiced by Sadie Laflamme-Snow. Ava is known as the uber-positive smiley nurturer who loves all living things and is paired with a unicorn named Leaf, who possesses plant magic. Plus, I like that Ava and Sophia share the same bedroom in the Sapphire dorm. Next we have Layla Fletcher, voiced by Camilla Fairburn. Layla is an incredibly intelligent student who is paired with the headstrong unicorn Glacier, who has ice magic. What I like about Layla is that she has an encyclopedic knowledge on all things unicorn. She gets straight A's in every single one of her classes. Plus, she could be more reserved and intellectual than the other writers. Next up is Isabel Armstrong, voiced by Gabby Cosmidis. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Whom was in the recent Night of the Zoopocalypse. Isabel is a highly athletic and competitive student who was an equestrian prodigy before arriving at the academy. She's paired with a unicorn named River who has water magic. In my opinion, Isabel is friendly, outgoing, and driven to be the best rider at the academy. Her competitive streak can sometimes cause her to push herself and River too hard, but she does learn when to take it easy. Next on our list is the only male main character, Rory Carmichael, voiced by Colton Stewart, whom was in Disney's Disenchanted, Sneakerella, and My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. Rory is a playful, optimistic student who is known for his cheerful attitude and for pulling pranks on his friends and the teachers. He's paired with a unicorn named Storm, whose ability is weather magic. In my eyes, while he is a pretty fun-loving goofball, Rory does show his bravery and his protective side when the situation demands it. The last member of the Sapphire Dorm freshmen is Valentina Fury, voiced by Kari Wong, whom I remember from PJ Masks. Now, Valentina is the feisty, fashion-forward mean girl legacy writer who is secretly driven to make her family proud. She is bonded with a unicorn named Cinder, who commands fire magic. To me, Valentina is shown as entitled and competitive, often putting others down. However, underneath her snobby exterior is a resourceful person who eventually reveals her more empathetic side. Next we come to Miss Evelyn Primrose, the head mistress of Unicorn Academy, voiced by Rosemary Dunsmore, whom was in the original Total Recall from 1990. She voiced E.J. Lark in the animated Anne of Green Gables series and Miss Marjorie in Paw Patrol. I find Miss Primrose to be a wise and experienced leader who has run the academy for many years. Plus, she is seen as fair and just when judging the students' misconduct. She also knows some of the students' parents from her younger days, and she pushes the students to challenge themselves and is dedicated to their growth and unicorn riders. Finally, we come to the villain of the pilot, Raven Zella, voiced by veteran voice actress Jennifer Hale, best known as Disney's current Cinderella, along with Sam and Mandy from Totally Spies, Princess Morbucks and Sedusa from the Powerpuff Girls, and Number 86 from Codename Kids Next Door. Raven Zella is an extremely powerful sorceress and the ruler of the Lost Dark Kingdom of Grimoria. About 5 years before the start of the series, Raven Zella was defeated and trapped in the Cell of Eternity by Sophia's father Miles and his unicorn Wildstar. During the pilot, Raven Zella plots to break free, destroy Unicorn Island and its magic, and get revenge on the unicorn riders. After her escape, with some help from Sophia's stolen necklace, Raven Zella and her forces attack the academy and unleash grim magic which drains the unicorns of their powers. Thankfully, with the help of Wildstar's powerful light magic, Sophia and her friends managed to defeat her by turning her to stone and casting her into Starglow Lake. Other voices in the pilot include Paul Van Dyke, Catherine Stewart, Anna Sani, Maiko Nguyen, Sophia Walker, Dakota Ray Hebert, and Ian Runningen. And now on to my final words. Overall, the pilot to the Unicorn Academy Netflix series is absolutely amazing, and I think it makes a great start for the show. It has beautiful animation. I think the unicorns look really magnificent. The main characters are all memorable, and they all have interesting personalities, especially Sophia, while learning to trust her friends. The main villain, Ravenzella, is really threatening and dangerous. The teachers at Unicorn Academy are wise and helpful, and every single voice actor does a remarkable job bringing their characters to life. Also, I think the 2 songs featured in this pilot are great to listen to, and I like that the story provides young viewers with positive examples and encouraging lessons about personal growth and social interaction. So, if you folks ever get the chance, be sure to tune into Netflix and watch it along with the following episodes. I guarantee that you'll be in for a very magical ride. And so, I give Unicorn Academy a perfect rating of 100%. Also, I really hope this series gets a full DVD release in the future. Well, anyway, that's all for...
Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think you might have time to blog one more movie before you take off to Europe. Do you remember Cars 2?
Yeah, but...
Yes, I know many folks on the internet say it's bad, but it does feature most of the locations you'll be visiting. Besides, I'm sure you can describe it in a more positive way.
Well, okay then. Well, be sure to join me for my next episode. Here's to 900 episodes, and I really hope I can make it to episode 1000 someday. Mustang Power.